Hello viewers, and today I've got another loadout that you can use in Warzone, and I've got another massively off-meta loadout because I wanted to see if a pistol is a worthy piece of a loadout that you can use in Warzone Caldera. Naturally, pistols are massively underpowered when it comes to damage per bullet. They have huge damage drop-off, and of course they don't really have much ammo in the magazine, and the bullet velocity isn't exactly something that you're going to be showing off. And so I thought I'd try and fix all of this in a pistol. I'm going to be using a Vanguard pistol. This is the RATT pistol from the Vanguard series of weapons, and whilst it doesn't have a whole host of unique attachments, it does have some things which can definitely rectify the downfalls of a pistol. But before I break down those attachments for you and show you the gameplay, just seeing if the pistols are any good to use in Warzone, it would be amazing if you could consider subscribing to the channel, because as I always say, I upload these videos every single day, and if it sounds like your cup of tea, then make sure that you subscribe with that bell notification on so you know exactly when I upload. If you want to jump straight into Warzone with this pistol loadout and you just want to give it a go yourself, then feel free to pause the video now, because these are the attachments that I'm using. And so, starting off in the muzzle attachment slot, I'm using the Mercury silencer, because naturally a pistol is going to have some element of stealth in order to be initially effective in a firefight. So we've got that sound suppression, and of course we've also got some vertical recoil reduction. We also have a little bit of horizontal recoil reduction, but it isn't that noticeable. You will notice in the downsides that there is a reduction to damage range, but we are going to be fixing that with the Empress 129mm B03 TT barrel. The really interesting thing about this barrel attachment is that damage does not diminish over range. This means that if I hit someone from way across the map somehow, it would have to be quite an arcing shot for a pistol, it would actually deal just as much damage as it would as if they were 10 meters away. And I think with a pistol, that is something that you can definitely get on board with. As long as you're hitting your shots, they're going to be dealing some decent damage. And that damage has to come thick and fast downrange, hitting the enemy, and so I'm using the lightweight trigger for a boost to fire rate. If you are especially confident with the recoil of these pistols, then you can go for the rapid action trigger, which will improve the fire rate even more at the cost of some recoil control. Naturally, a pistol is the most agile and manoeuvrable weapon that you can really have, other than obviously probably a knife, and so I'm going for the 18 round mag. Even though this does provide the biggest deficit to manoeuvrability, such as aim down sight speed, reload quickness and just overall movement speed, I can guarantee you are going to be absolutely flying through the jungle at full sprint with this magazine regardless. Now that with the barrel we have the damage range basically infinite, we can make the most of attachments which would otherwise reduce the damage range of the weapon. And so in the ammunition attachment slot, I am using the incendiary rounds. This means that it will deal damage over time after I've hit the enemy, and one of the main downsides was that you lose damage range, but that is simply not the case thanks to that barrel. We do lose a little bit of bullet velocity, but you sort of are going to be switching to a pistol in that sort of last ditch effort, or in those close quarters, as you'll see in the gameplay that I've got for you. I think the most glaring attachment that I've picked is this M38 Slate 2.5 custom optic in the optic attachment slot. It is quite a garish big dual sight. It's basically an integral hybrid from the Modern Warfare attachments, really, but it does have some boosts to accuracy and overall recoil control. It does have a 1x or a 1.35 times red dot on the top, but I'm mainly going to be using the 2.5 times magnification alongside the rest of these attachments. We do lose a little bit of aim down sight speed, but I can guarantee you it still feels like an absolute snap when you aim down sight. Something to complement the slightly magnified optic is the stippled grip in the rear grip attachment slot, because we get a little bit of recoil recovery, meaning that the reticle will centre on the target quicker after each pull of the trigger, and the initial firing recoil is going to be less. And so if we just pull the trigger once or twice perhaps, the recoil initially at least is going to be slightly lower. I can't deny that the damage per bullet is never going to be as high as maybe some submachine guns, but we can rely on the even bigger manoeuvrability that a pistol has over the other small machine guns. And so in the perk 1 attachment slot, I'm using the steady perk, which will further improve the aim down sight firing move speed. And so when we're in those close knit engagements and I'm aiming in, spraying at the enemy with my lightweight trigger and my biggest magazine available, I can move and stray from side to side even quicker, in the hopes that the enemy are going to be missing some of their shots while I am definitely hitting mine with my scope and things like my recoil improving suppressor. And for the final attachment, as you'll see in the gameplay I've got for you, I actually paired this with a sniper rifle, so I'm well and truly really relying on this pistol in the game. And so I'm really running around with this pistol from cover to cover, from place to place, and so sprint speed is very important, and I've pretty much maxed it out. You can use perk 1 as well to further improve movement speed, but I've just gone with perk 2 for this because it is really quick anyway. This is quite literally the quick perk, which will just improve the overall sprint top speed. But let me know down in the comments if you do give this weapon a go. If you do want to stick around for the gameplay, you will see my thoughts on it throughout the gameplay. Is it a viable secondary weapon? In some ways, yes, because you can get your ghost perk straight away, which is really important in this new map, Caldera. But at the same time, you are going to be limited in the medium range, depending on what your primary weapon is. But anyway, let me know if you give it a go nonetheless. And leave a like if you enjoy the video, and subscribe if you'd like to see more. Thank you very much for watching, and enjoy the gameplay.
Friendly loadout drop on the way.
Why can't I see him? Not really much. Oh, I do have to leave actually. Love shooting invisible players.
Enemy UAV active. Gas is closing in. Relocating the safe zone. Gas is moving. Objective is to eliminate the bounty target.
That was close. It still worked though. Didn't kill them quite as fast as I would have liked. The incendiary damage definitely helped though. There's my old body where I died. See if I can see this person.
safe zone. Gas is closing in.
There he is. Got quite a way to go. Kill this bounty in the last 5 seconds. No.
Time's up. Objective failed.
I think someone else is about to, though.
Recon deployed.
UAV beginning flyover.
Oh god.
Enemy UAV active.
Use my gas mask.
UAV is out of fuel.
Gas is moving in. New safe zone highlighted.
Where'd he go?
Loadout drop headed your way. Enemy UAV active.
How did he know I was there then? He must have seen me.
10 remaining. Keep fighting.
Oh, this is awful. I'm dead here, surely I'm dead here. Anyone else? There's a guy over there. A guy in that watchtower. There he is.
Enemy UAV active.
So annoying. Can't see him. Pistol's working well though. Can sprint fast with it, and I think
Gas
that's really
is closing
helping.
in. Relocating the safe zone. Your team is in the top 5. Let's be the last.
Marked our
there.
rally point.
Okay, that was a beam.
Gas is right on your tail.
I'm terrible. Come on, come on, come on. That's 1v1. Surely this guy's cheating. Yeah, he's cheating, surely. Surely
Less than
he's cheating.
5 were still standing. Next time, the win is ours. We'll come back stronger next week.
Well, I think I could have won that. He hit every shot then. self-res UAV, I think.
Recon deployed.
UAV beginning flyover.
It's building down here. One above me, actually.
Marked our rally point.
Gas is closing in. Relocating the safe zone.
UAV is out of fuel. Returning for resupply.
Buy station costs are adjusted. You're being tracked by an enemy team. Tread carefully.
That's not gone well.
Enemy UAV active.
Oh, damn, invisible players, invisible
They ain't
players.
tried that time, but we'll settle the score.
Oh dear. Oh, I think, you know, based off those two games, there is a place for the RATT pistol, or maybe just pistols in general, especially if they're incendiary, because they really work towards, you know, the play style of a pistol. You know, you can take a couple shots, get into cover, and you're still doing a little bit of damage, and you know, you can really bleed their armour as well. Doesn't matter so much with this daily gift thing, but the main problem at the moment is that operator skin. I don't know why they don't just take it out. Everyone's using it. Oh well.